Arthur Fonzie Fonzerlli, the beloved greaser from TV's Happy Days, was the epitome of cool back in the day. And in a lot of ways, that character is still iconic for representing a certain brand of coveted coolness, the likes of which hasn't been duplicated. The Fonz, as he was called, was known for his motorcycle, white t-shirt, jeans, and most importantly for his signature brown leather jacket. In 1980, one of the jackets used in the program was donated to the Smithsonian, and only a handful of others are thought to still exist. More recently, Henry Winkler, the actor who rose to fame for playing Fonzie, is said to be looking to sell one of his character's distinct jackets. He had the article of clothing stashed away with his personal belongings for decades, and an auction to sell it off is expected to take place on December 8, 2021, at Bonham's auction house in LA. The jacket will be sold as a package deal that includes every component that made up one of Fonzie's outfits. That means the winning bidder can take home a pair of blue jeans, a t-shirt, and some snazzy biker boots. It's been estimated to be worth between $50,000 and $70,000. The items up for auction are part of the auction house's 26-lot Henry Winkler collection. When asked why he was choosing to let go of these sentimental and historical items, Winkler told The Hollywood Reporter that the pandemic had inspired him to do a bit of spring cleaning. When going through his belongings in storage, he found a trove of 27 boxes filled with memorabilia and keepsakes from his time spent on Happy Days, as well as props and related artifacts from the films The Waterboy and Scream. A portion of the proceeds from these sales will go to the nonprofit organization This Is About Humanity, which was co-founded by Henry Winkler's daughter Zoe. The charity's mission is to help displaced children who have been separated from their parents at the U.S.-Mexico border. Winkler actually has another Fonzie leather jacket in his possession, but only one will go up for auction. The other he fully intends on holding onto and eventually passing on to his kids. Keep watching to learn more about this now legendary garment and some of its surprising history. Fonzie's leather jacket was kept under lock and key. In May of 2020, Jimmy Fallon, host of The Tonight Show, expressed his love for Happy Days. Fallon also discussed how he heard that Henry Winkler liked to keep a little memento from every set he worked on throughout his career. It only makes sense that Winkler would hold on to Fonzie's famed leather jacket to remember his time on set. After all, that role was the one that elevated him to star status. If it wasn't for Happy Days, the world probably wouldn't even know who Henry Winkler is. It's intriguing, however, that the Fonz didn't even wear the jacket during the first season. It's also interesting to learn the producers of Happy Days didn't even intend for the Fonz to have that big of a role. His character was initially conceived to be a supporting role and not much more. Back when Happy Days was getting its feet wet, Arthur Fonzerlli was given a few sparse lines in the show, and instead of donning the brown leather jacket we all know and love, he wore a particularly drab green windbreaker for the entirety of Season 1. But despite the fact he was only supposed to be a minor role, Fonzie quickly became a fan favorite, and the creators of the show increased his presence and the significance of his role to appease audiences. When he was given more of a prominent role in the series, the Fonz was also upgraded with a brand new costume to better fit his cool guy persona. Winkler started rocking his signature brown leather jacket by Season 2, and it's been argued it's the most famous jacket ever worn on TV. When he was a guest on The Tonight Show, Winkler made sure to show it off to the starry-eyed host, who almost looked as if he were staring at a relic of great religious significance. In that interview, done remotely, Winkler revealed that 5 jackets had been made for the show, but the producers put them under strict lock and key. But even though they were closely guarded to ensure they wouldn't fall into the wrong hands, Winkler explained he still managed to get his mitts on one of them. It's unclear, however, how he ended up with 2 in his possession. So at this point, we know where at least 3 of the jackets currently reside. One is tucked away in Henry Winkler's home, another is hanging in the Smithsonian for the world to see, and another is set to be auctioned off shortly. But that leaves 2 jackets unaccounted for. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like, and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. And keep watching to see where you can go to see a life-size statue of the Fonz wearing his signature leather jacket. Happy Days producers were concerned about the Fonz's bad boy image. Once Fonzie had become the breakout star of Happy Days, the show's producers began to worry that his bad boy image might clash with the sitcom's wholesome standards. To address this perceived problem, the network execs at ABC came up with a peculiar solution. Marion Ross, who portrayed Richie's mom, discussed the Fonz's notorious wardrobe change in her 2018 book, My Days, Happy and Otherwise. She confirmed the Fonz's signature jacket didn't even exist at first. It was really Winkler's doing that established his character as the smooth-tongued greaser popular with the ladies. But ABC brass were at first worried that his image would corrupt the show's clean-cut image. As we said earlier, Fonzie wore the green windbreaker for the first season. Ross disparagingly referred to it in her memoir as god-awful. Fans of the show definitely don't picture Fonzie with a windbreaker when they reflect on the iconic character. According to Ross, Henry Winkler's original look was, as she put it, dorky. Ross further explained that those ever-so-cautious ABC execs who were trying to keep their show family-friendly were worried that the Fonz's leather jacket would make him appear like some kind of low-life common criminal. So to combat this potential image problem and to make Fonzie look a little less menacing, while still attempting to make Winkler's character feel authentic, they devised a compromise. The Fonz was allowed to wear a leather jacket on one condition. Whenever he wore it, he either had to be alongside or on his motorcycle. After being given permission to wear the garment that's now synonymous with his character, Fonzie grew into one of the most beloved and popular TV characters to hit the small screen ever. Fans of the show adored the cool guy greaser, and many people imitated his distinct sense of style. What was once a clothing item typically associated with nefarious street thugs had successfully entered into the mainstream. In time, the Fonz was no longer restricted to just wearing the jacket when a motorcycle was involved. The jacket became ubiquitous and was just as crucial to his image as his greased-back hair and knack for fixing that perpetually malfunctioning jukebox at Arnold's Drive-In. The Fonz's leather jacket has become a cultural touchstone. It's actually pretty shocking how the network execs at ABC were so terrified that the Fonz's brown leather jacket would potentially tarnish the squeaky clean image of their show, especially considering how significant that wardrobe choice has become since its introduction in 1975. In the years since Happy Days became a TV phenomenon, Fonzie's leather jacket has been incorporated into many different portrayals, homages, and memorials dedicated to the character. In 2008, for example, the city of Milwaukee, Minnesota, erected a bronze tribute to the Fonz at the city's Riverwalk. The bronze Fonz, as the installation is known, depicts Winkler's character, flashing his trademark double thumbs-up gesture, and features his brown leather jacket, white tee, and blue jeans. And Fonzie made an appearance in the Season 4 episode of Family Guy called The Father, the Son, and the Holy Fonz. Once again, it would have been inconceivable to depict the Fonz wearing anything but his signature jacket. In that episode, Peter is so enamored of his idol, he starts his very own religion around the man, which he dubs the First United Church of the Fonz. The centerpiece of the newfound church was a statue of the Fonz, which of course featured his leather jacket. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you think the Fonz would have been as iconic of a character if he had never been given the green light to don his signature brown leather jacket? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.